Hey guys, Lady Liberty Stacker here. I am back. It's Saturday, March the 10th, 2018, and I'm back with a different type of a video for you guys today. I hope you enjoy this. I've shown you several haul videos of things I've picked up to sell on eBay, along with my silver pickups, along with cast iron pickups, and so on and so forth. And I never actually showed you what if they're selling and what they sell for and the crazy stuff that you can sell on eBay and make money. Well, I like this business, number one, because I can work from home. I can schedule my time. I can schedule when I'm going to go out sourcing. I can schedule when I can stay home listing. If I need time off to do something, I can do it. I may not sell as much, but I can be available to take my mom to appointments. And I need the flexibility that a regular job would not provide. And I did look in earnest last fall for something, but they fell through. And the more I got into doing this, I thought, you know, let's give it a shot. And I talked with an eBay consultant early in the year, and she said to give it a year. Try it for a year. You're going to go through ebbs and flows. You're going to go through when your sales are good, when your sales are not so good, and we'll see what we have here. But so far, it's growing, and the more I put into it, the more I get out of it. I want to show you what happened in February. February ended up selling 19 items. I made profit on all of them except for one. I had a potential issue with that, which I dealt with, and I'll share that with you at the end of the video. But this stuff does sell. Even things around the house, if you want a little extra silver money if you have a job. Here, I'm just trying to give myself a retirement income because I'm too young to collect my IRA at this point. This will bridge the gap. And if I get tired of it, I can always probably pick up a part-time job somewhere. I just don't have the flexibility with that. So without further ado, let's show you what I got here. What you're looking at here is the Dandy. That's the manufacturer of this plush stuffed animal. It sings "Do You Love Me?" It was from my son's childhood, so I don't remember what I paid for it, but it's old, old, old. It was laying around, and I thought, well, why not put it up for sale? So I sold it for $10 plus shipping, and that was early in February. You can see here it ended February the 3rd. And I took a best offer of $10. I'm not greedy here. I just want to try to get some sales going. And I will make it up on other items. Next up is a watch. This was a digital watch. It meant for Target. I think Target sales. And I picked up a bunch of these for 99 cents each. Sold some already, and then I listed some more. And I bought 6 more, and this was the first of the 6, or the 5. They kind of screwed up the numbers, but I've sold 4 of them. One in March, just sold one the other day, and then this one in February. And paid 99 cents for it, guys, and it sold for almost $9 plus shipping. So that was a nice little flip there. And when I see those, you never know if they're going to sell. But I picked up 4 of them the first day. 2 white ones, they were kind of clunky. And 2 of these. These sold right away. The white ones just sat there. And when you buy them new like that at the discount store, I keep my receipt. I took the white watches back and got my money back. I just didn't feel like having them sit around and take up space. So there you go. Next item is a extra large, new with tags. I think it was new. 4XLT polo, and you can see here it sold for, yeah, it was gently used, $29.98 plus $6.70 shipping. Large men's stuff tends to sell well on eBay, and no complaints there on that one. That was earlier in the month. He's had it now for about a month, so we should be in the clear. And then, knock on wood on that, I'm a little superstitious, we have a Joseph A. Bank Travelers Collection. This was a big and tall item. It sold for $21.99 plus shipping. I think I spent $2 on it. Again, this one was used, but in excellent condition. Next was a pair of Lucky Brand jeans. They were found in the women's section of my Goodwill, and I thought they were women's jeans until I looked them up, found out they were men's jeans, and paid I think $2.50 or $3 for them. They were on sale, and they sold for $29.99 plus $7.25 shipping, and they sold, I think, the second day I put them up. Pretty quick on those. Next up is, you saw me pack this. It was the NIV Spirit of the Reformation Study Bible. Bonded leather. Leather was a little worn. I did disclose that in the listing. But these sell for about $150 to $200 new. And used, this was in fairly good condition. I got my full asking price. The guy gave me an offer of $60, and I was going to accept it. And I was outsourcing, and I happened to see it come in, and I couldn't do it at the time. So when I got home, I had seen that he went ahead and gave me my full asking price. He really wanted it. I think there were a few people watching it at the time. So the guy really wanted it. And this one has been shipped and received. And that was about a $60 profit there. Somewhere that I paid $1 for it. So there you go. And then here we have a Ralph Lauren women's. It was a larger size. It got cut off when I took the picture of this. But it was a 2XL. Ran maybe a little small. But got my full asking price plus shipping. There were several people watching it. So that always helps your item. When others see that there are people watching, they tend to buy it quicker. So this one was silk and cashmere, and that always seems to do well on eBay. Next up is a new with tags. As you can see here, Joseph A. Bank. Silk tie, very long. This was I think it was like a 60 inches length. Signature collection. I paid $1.33 for it. It sold for, not my asking price, but it sold for $35 plus shipping. She gave me a best offer of $35, and I took it. It was fair. That was my first tie that I sold. Ties generally do not sell quickly. They sell, but they can take up to a year to sell. So I look for the better brands. I look for new. Some of the crap brands that I bought when I first started, I thought were good brands, are still sitting there. So when she offered me $35, I took it, and she gave me a great review. So I sent it off, and that was my first tie that I sold. Next up is a like new, but from 1984 NIV Holy Bible. I paid $1 for it. Again, I priced these with market value, and I priced it at the top of the market range because it was in impeccable condition. You can see some of the pictures of it here. And there it's open, but it's really hard to see with my camera. But I took an offer of $16 plus $3 shipping, and that was a nice little turnaround. Didn't take long to sell. People tend to like the King James, and they like the NIV the best. So, and then leather always seems to do well in addition to that. Now we have a Joseph A. Bank used long sleeve dress shirt, and I took on this one I took a best offer of $12, I think, plus shipping. I didn't know how long it was going to sit there, but as I understand watching YouTube videos, that dress shirts, especially coming into spring with Easter and Mother's Day and things coming up, the sales of these shirts pick up. So I've been selling them, and I'm listing more, but this one, yeah, sold, and I think I paid a couple of bucks for it. So again, I made a nice little profit on it. My goal ultimately is $30 to $50 profit per item. But guys, I've only been doing this 2.5, 3 months. So I think I'm doing okay. I'm learning to stay away from certain brands that do not sell well. Okay, next up is an Under Armour, which is a popular brand. Polo golf shirt, men's size, extra large. And it has the tournament golf logo on the shirt. It was very generous in size, and I got my asking price of $15.99, which I didn't realize I gave free shipping on. I usually don't give away free shipping, but I got this one sold and got a good review on it, and I'll take it. I think I spent a couple of bucks on the shirt, $1 or $2, something like that. I go when there's tag sales at the thrift stores, so I try to get them when they're reduced. I don't like paying $4 to $6 is what these typically run. Next up is a Goofy hat. I paid 95 cents for that, and it sold for $16.98 plus shipping, and it was in good use condition. They're embroidered, you can see there, and I ship them out in a box wrapped in plastic so they don't get crushed during shipping, so I take extra care with the hats. Hats do pretty well. People like hats. Next up is a new with tags, Jones of New York, red blouse with an animal print on it. Animal prints seem to do well, and loud colors do well. This sold February 25th for, I took a best offer, I think of $15.99 for it. She gave me a fair offer. I took it, plus shipping, and I also allow returns if they change their mind, but they have to pay the shipping. I just refund the price of the item, not the shipping charge, and they pay to ship it back. But next up is the Globe. You saw me watch that. I had a nice profit there of $32.90, or I sold it for $32.98 plus shipping. I get a discount on the shipping here, so I don't really pay that. They do. I think I paid $7 and something to ship this. So that was a nice flip. I made probably in the high 20s on that. Anyway, next up is a pair of shoes. These are Johnston & Murphy. I paid $7 for them. If you watched my video last fall when I went to an estate sale, I picked these up for $7 at Goodwill. Not a good buy. The soles were worn out. They were soft in a spot, and nobody was buying them. They were sitting and sitting and sitting. So I watched some videos on shoes. Come to find, I was told in the video to stay away from shoes like this that are soft in the soles. So I figured I had them already. I was going to throw them away. And I thought, no, reduce the price. So I reduced the price down to $14.97 or best offer. I took a best offer of $10 plus the shipping. Disclosed the issue with them. Said they would make a great pair of shoes if you got them resold. Brand new soles. And the person knew what they were buying. I said the price had been adjusted to reflect this condition. And so far, so good. If you got a problem with an item, I always disclose it. Buyer beware. You know, I'm not trying to hide anything from anybody. So I got rid of them, and they're out of the landfill. And hope the guy can resole them and have a nice pair of shoes. Be less expensive than buying them new. I think it runs about $60 to resole, 60 to 80, depending on your shoemaker, to resole shoes. Anyway, next up is a hat, brand new, U.S. Open, Pebble Beach from 2010 with tags. And it sold for $19.97 plus $4.10 shipping. I paid $2 for it. Not bad. Then a Ralph Lauren short sleeve, new with tags. Seersucker casual shirt. Took a best offer of $28.98 plus shipping. I thought that was more than fair. Just a note on my asking price. I always try to get I put my price up a little bit higher, knowing that most people are going to do a best offer. And I do that so I can get my target best offer. And I managed to talk some people up. Other people decline, but we get back and forth into the negotiating game. Some people just like to haggle. So if I have the time on my hands, I'll haggle with them. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it is kind of fun. I'll come back to that one. This was another closeout. I had two of these. I've sold them both. I just sold one in March. This one sold in February. It was February, like early February, but it doesn't have that date on there because I sold my last one on March the 5th. This thing is big. It's like 16 to 18 inches tall. I have no idea. Some sort of Japanese plush animal, brand new. People follow them. These things are popular. I paid $4.99 for it. It was new with tags at the discount store, and it sold for $19.98 plus shipping. Or I might have taken a best offer on this. The first one's, this one in February actually sold for, I think, $9 or $10. I never thought I was going to sell them, so I took the offer. But I'm glad I did. She gave me a good review, and so there we be. And the second one just sold, and they paid closer to my asking price. I was just happy to get rid of them because I thought I'm never going to sell these things. So it all depends on your motivation as a seller, whether you're going to take it or not. If I would have held out, I'm sure I would have gotten more. But sometimes your inventory space is more valuable than profit. And finally, last is this Crofton Barrow nightgown. This is a Kohl's brand. It was a good used condition. I think I paid 50 cents for it at the thrift store, half price off, and the tag said 99 cents. It was in good shape. So I listed it for $18.99. It was right in line with the other listings. And I put best offer on it, knowing they could bring the price down. It sat for a little bit. And then I got an offer of $10, and I kind of thought, you know what, I'll let it go for that. Well, she received it on March the 5th, and I got a note from her today stating that the buttons didn't work, or the buttons didn't stay in their slots. They would pop out. And it turns out she has kids. These buttons, it's hard to show here, but these buttons are small, and I never wore this nightgown. It's not my size. But the buttons, if they wouldn't stay closed, probably wouldn't work. She mentioned she could sew them, but if she sewed them all up, she couldn't get it over her head. So we had a little bit of a problem. So I offered her a full refund, and I have to pay for return shipping because I didn't disclose this in the listing. I didn't know to disclose this in the listing, but that's part of the learning process. Now I know. If I see something with buttons like that, I'm going to steer clear of it. I'm not going to buy it. But anyway, I offered her a refund, or I offered her, she kept the gown and sewed most of those buttons. The gown would work if the top one were left open. She agreed to keep it. I gave her a partial refund. So basically all I was out for was a little bit less than my shipping cost to her to start with. So I really didn't lose money on the item itself because I got paid, but I gave her a refund, and she recouped most of her money as well, so it was a win-win for both of us. And she said she was going to give me a glowing review, which she did. So actually it was well worth it just to get more positive feedback. So anyway, I know now what to avoid. You live and learn. And if you want to see my new items that I picked up to sell, please leave it below in the comment section. I'd be more than happy to show it to you. I need to do it fairly quickly, though, because when I list an item, I pack it up and I put it away in storage. And I don't leave it laying around. I, store it in protective plastic and so forth. But I have a bunch of stuff I need to list, and I can do a video if you guys want to see it. So let me know, and I'll be more than happy to do it. If you don't want to see it, I'm not going to spend the time doing the videos. I don't have as many views on them, so I'm trying to get a feel for what you guys like. I want to put something up in between silver purchases because I'm not buying as much as I was. But I'm still interested in it. I still try to watch your videos. I just don't have the funds to buy all that silver that I used to. Anyway, with that said, I appreciate you guys watching. Please remember to hit the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell for future alerts. And go make it a great weekend.